lovelies, and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into today's video. So, lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where a lot of people are reacting to the, updated news of this election. Like, people are reacting to the fact that, Trump won the election, and people got a lot of things to say, and I was able to put up some of those stitches. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not talk about any form of bullying and harassment. Alright, I'll just dive into it.
What's going on with you? My anxiety is through the roof, but I am not eating or doing anything inappropriate like eating. I am obsessively looking at election results though, and I know it's not healthy, but I can't help myself. And I'm just gonna say it, I am fully, truly prepared and accepting of the high likelihood that Donald Trump will get elected. I'm getting PTSD flashbacks. No, but seriously, I learned the hard way in 2016 when Trump was up against Hillary Clinton not to trust polls. So I don't trust polls anymore. But I did my part. And if you voted for him, great. I love that in America that we can do that. And hopefully, even though I'm less optimistic about this under a Trump presidency, hopefully we can try to move forward united or attempting to unite. All right, see you on the other side.
America just chose to elect a convicted felon over the most qualified female candidate in American history. I think this race boiled down to three things: racism, misogyny, and disinformation. Donald Trump turned out racist voters, he turned out misogynist voters, and he tricked uninformed voters by inundating them with disinformation. This is a very disappointing night, and me speaking personally, after having tried to get every single policy of Kamala Harris's out, and after trying to convince people correctly that her policy and plans were going to benefit them, improve their lives, lower their costs, reduce their stresses, Donald Trump still won in the end, despite him having laid out his plan to suspend the Constitution, despite his own military generals referring to him as a fascist. They still elected Donald Trump. But I don't want to end on a message of despair. Guys, we need to stay in this fight because now our rights are literally at stake. I'm not going to stop fighting. I hope you guys don't either. Now more than ever, we all need to stick together.
Black women.
America just...
Black women, you don't owe this country shit. You don't owe this country one fucking thing. Not one fucking thing else. It's time for us to bunker down. Worry about yourself. Worry about your children. Protect yourself and your home as much as possible. Save yourself. We have talked and we have talked. We have worked. We have done. And every single bit that we do, this country just sucks it up and demands more. And there's going to be a lot of demands placed on Black women in this country over the next 4 years. You do what you want to, sis, and nothing else. Because you don't owe this country shit. black women.
So the election between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris has not been called yet. We do not know who the winner is, but it is pointing in one direction. And it's not final, but I just wanted to say that America failed women tonight, primarily. Trump has insulted women, berated them, has been found liable in court for assaulting a woman, and he took women's reproductive rights away. And instead of standing up to that, people voted for it. And we failed our daughters, our mothers, our sisters, our wives tonight. America failed them. We failed them. It is unfortunately the reality of the situation. So I'm sorry to everybody out there who will be impacted by what may come.
So far, the biggest shock of the evening is that 57% of Florida's population was like, yeah, we support a woman's right to choose. We support right to abortion. We support bodily autonomy. We support medical privacy. And then in the same little squiggle, we're like, Donald Trump's the dude. He's going to give us states' rights. States' rights are where it's at. Babes, the reason you don't have right to choose, even though 57% of your population agreed, was because your stupid state was like, you know what? We're going to make it 60%, a 60% threshold. Do you think they did that because they wanted it to be easier for you to push things through, or harder? Is Florida about the majority, or does conservative leadership know that it is much harder to get 60%? Florida just proved why states' rights is absolutely asinine. It's about easier power grabs. It's about being able to control you easier, and has nothing to do with making the voices of that state heard.
Come here. Let me talk to you. She didn't lose because of her economic packages. She didn't lose because of her policy. She didn't lose because of her stance on Israel and Palestine. She didn't lose because of the border and immigration. She didn't lose because of her stance on abortion. She lost because we're in America. And in America, she lost because she's a woman. In America, she's the worst type of woman. She's a black woman.
It's 10:30 on election night when I'm recording this. The election is over. Donald Trump is going to win. I'll be the first to say, I was wrong. I thought Harris was going to win this election, but Donald Trump pulled it out. We'll spend some time figuring out how this happened, why this happened, but the simplest explanation is people are just looking at this at a basic level of going, I am worse off than I was when Donald Trump was president, therefore Donald Trump should be president again. That is the average voter this election cycle, and that's why he's going to win. Is that the right way of looking at it? Probably not, but it's the way it went. Now, the votes are still being counted, but I've looked in every single county, across every single swing state. Trump is going to win. And it's not going to be close. I don't think Harris is actually going to win any of the swing states. I think Trump is going to win in a landslide, unfortunately. So, my work isn't done here. My channel is now going to be reallocated to be focused on opposing what Donald Trump is trying to do to America, because we're about to witness some of the most egregious errors in the history of this country. Now look, I'm a proud American, and I'm going to support this country regardless of who is president. But what we need to do as a community of people is hold someone like Donald Trump accountable at every single step. So that's what we're going to do. It's a shitty night. There's no question about it. I'm going to take time to digest it, and I'll come back with my thoughts on how we got here, why we got here, and what could have been done differently in the coming days. But tonight, try to focus on the fact that, fuck it, we're alive, we're still here, we still got a pulse, we can still fight back against this kind of bullshit. But it's going to be a rough 4 years. But I'll be here with you guys. We'll figure it out. Get some sleep. We'll start tomorrow.
Regardless of if Kamala wins or loses, after this election, y'all need to leave black women alone. Just leave us be. Because some of this is obvious and we saw coming from a million miles away, but to know that Trump is doing better amongst black men than before, or to know that so many leftist allies, whomever, are voting third party in major swing states for practically nothing is exhausting. Because when push comes to shove, the people whose rights y'all are tampering with, the people whose lives y'all are tampering with, will first be black women again. And I remember after 2020 and even 2016, when everybody thought that they learned something, and so they were all, oh, we should listen to black women. They seem to know what they're talking about, over and over and over again. And I'm not saying you have to listen to black women, but for a moment, I had hope that people were actually listening and learning and doing the work they said they were. And yet, to know that we are all sitting here holding our breath, hoping that an insurrectionist, rapist felon isn't going to be the president of the United States again, means that y'all didn't actually listen and learn. It means that y'all actually hate us more than you love yourself. And with that being the case, do not ask us to attend your protest. Do not ask us to organize. Do not ask us to do any more labor. Do not ask us to lead and direct or anything. Just leave us be. And I'm not saying that black women need to stop caring. We will always care. I know I will always care. But stop looking for us. Stop asking us to pick up the pieces and to regroup and direct and lead. Don't hit our line. Don't ask us to lead your protest. Don't ask us to organize. We'll show up if we want to. But honestly, I'm tired, and I'm tired for my sisters to know that we keep trying to do the work and keep trying to do the labor that nobody else wants to do, only to end up the first people y'all disregard. And to see it happen in real time, I'm over it.
So it's about midnight, and it's pretty apparent that Kamala Harris is going to lose. She might not, but she's probably going to lose. And I know a lot of you guys are going to immediately jump into blaming people who voted third party, and you can do that, I guess. You know, you can have gripes with them, but you have to recognize the reasons why they voted third party, because they've specifically told you hundreds of thousands of times why they're going to do it. You know, there are a lot of people who are one issue voters, and that one issue is Palestine. And if Kamala Harris isn't going to make any attempt to try and reconcile the situation there, they're not going to vote for her. And they've been telling you that. And Kamala chose to appeal to this imaginary center-right demographic that she made up that doesn't actually exist. And it's pretty apparent in the polls because she's doing worse than every Democratic candidate has in the past 20 years. She's not doing very well. And I would go ahead and assume that a lot of the people who are voting for Jill Stein that you're going to be mad at only voted for Jill Stein because Kamala supports Israel. So if you want to blame them for Kamala losing, you can do that, but you can't just take all the blame away from Kamala. She chose to not campaign for Palestine, and it has potentially cost her the presidential election. That is on her more than it's on any person who decided not to vote or decided to vote for a third party. Maybe she still wins, though. Who knows? Stranger things have happened.
And to everyone who used their massive fucking platform to encourage people not to vote for Kamala Harris, and to everyone who listened to these people who use their massive fucking platforms to encourage people not to vote for Kamala Harris when things get worse inside and outside of the US, do not look to black women for fucking help. Go ask the fucking white man.
A lot of y'all bitches gotta be lying about voting for Kamala, cause what the fuck? Why is my girl not in the lead right now? I mean, I get the blue mirage, red mirage, whatever the fuck. But shit, some of y'all are lying. Fuck y'all.
All I'm gonna say is, I don't want to hear shit out of Texas about nobody bleeding out in a motherfucking parking lot. Because if you don't give a fuck about what happens to you, why the fuck should I? Why should I? Actually, you know what I also found out about? You know that 19-year-old that that unfortunately passed away recently because she was having a miscarriage and the doctors refused to assist her because of the Trump abortion ban. They're pro-lifers. They were pro-lifers. And they just could not fathom why the doctors would not help. So if you are a pro-lifer and you find yourself in that situation, deal with it quietly.
Tired, so I'm finna go to bed because it's past my bedtime. But I'm telling y'all right now, if I wake up tomorrow and anybody besides Auntie, Madam, Vice President, Kamala Harris is president tomorrow, I'm gonna crash out. I'm crashing out. Because the last time I went to bed and I left the country in y'all hands, I thought I was gonna wake up to Hillary Clinton being president. And I'm not saying that I wanted her to be president, but I wanted her more than Donald Trump. Okay? But I can't take that kind of stress. My anxiety is too high. I can't handle that. Last time I woke up at 3 in the morning thinking I was having nightmares because they announced that Donald J. Trump was the president of the country. Y'all better not, if I'm leaving the country in y'all hands while I go to bed. I'm tired, I'm old. I can't stay up late. I got work in the morning. If y'all piss me off tomorrow, oh, it's on. If y'all piss me off, it's on. I'm tired, so I'm finna go to bed because it's past my bedtime. But I'm telling y'all.
Seriously, lovelies, I have never seen something like this that, gave people a lot of headache, anxiety, strained a lot of people. Like, people are really not, some people are sad, while some people are happy. It's all about individual differences. Like I used to say before, every person knows the reason why they chose a particular candidate, and these choices should be made personal and it should not be questioned. A lot of people actually know the reasons why, which is very perfectly said, or reasons they have to choose the candidate that they think that is going to move the economy to the perfect or the permanent side, or to benefit everyone. So everybody have made their choices. The one that the choices was not beneficial, it's what it is. And the ones that is all rosy and beneficial, it is also what it is. But the thing is that at the end of the day, everyone is just in one thing. Everybody wants to be included. Everybody wants the kind of economy that will work. Everybody wants things that will move vividly for most individuals, for everyone, not for some particular set of people. That is just what I think people has actually checked from their all of the things, like the reason why they have to go for what they have to go for. I have seen so many stages from a lot of black men who gave reasons why they think that okay, they're just going to go for this. People, a lot of black men was of the that the government, this present economy or whatsoever government, did not really favor them. And most of them were pointing out some key points about, okay, the women, you guys are like, oh, let's vote for married a pan-colored man who does not know what it means to be a black man, or also like they have so many reasons why because I try as much as I can to see people's stitches and reactions and what they have to say about all of the outcome. And I think that a lot of people have their own personal reasons for voting whosoever they want to vote for, which it is their right to do. Everybody have different reasons and different wants and needs. So if your wants is not met in a particular economy, you want to try another one. I'm just hoping that things work out fine, seriously. So I wouldn't also judge anyone for doing what they purposely feel that is right. And this teacher, this lady talking about how some women, some of these, all out talking about, oh, I'm gonna vote for this, I'm gonna vote, but at the end of the day, they are voting for all this whole thing was just oh my god. I was just all night, 12 noon, 12 a.m., 1 a.m., waiting. It's just that I just have to sleep off, and I'm waking up to, oh my god, this person is now, oh my god, we have the new president, Embo. And the only thing I have to say, no matter the outcome of all of these things, like this election, the only thing is that we should just all continue praying. We should all just continue hoping for the best. And we should all try as much as we can to stay safe, to actually be a better version of ourselves, try as much as we can to create our own, generational wealth. Like, I saw a black dude talking about how or why he actually wanted Trump to win. He was like, in terms of this past administration, black men was not able to create generational wealth, that there were a lot of things that was not moving, well for black men. Most specifically, that was the reason why they have to like vote in turns for him. Another one was actually talking about how how black men are not getting it right. Black men actually need a stable economy to enable them to build their wealth or to build a generational wealth. Even when Obama had to come out to talk, they felt like offended, for him to actually come out to like force them or try to tell them what to do. So, like I said, people have a lot. People have so many reasons, People have so many reasons, but just that, I think, I think that the fact that a woman is out there, the world have not really gotten comfortable, for a woman to become a leader or something. I think this is just how the world have been structured. It's going to take a very long time for it to be acceptable or something like that. Like, this lady really tried. I did not even expect her to get to the level that she has in terms of voting, like, for a woman. Like, oh my goodness. And someone was even saying that it's not all about being a woman. Like, there are a lot of misconceptions, a lot of people, but with all being said, I just feel and I wish that everyone is just happy, and I wish that this will favor everybody. Like, this new administration will favor everyone. Let's just see how it goes. It might actually come out better. Nobody knows. We're just praying for the best. This is time to actually go closer to Yahweh so that everything will work perfectly fine. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Is this what you expected, or are you disappointed? Or even if you are, just cheer up. This life is for the living. You will just keep on, we just keep on surviving. We just keep on surviving like the way we have been, and be mindful. We need to be very careful right now, and we're just hoping for the best. I also hope that it will favor everyone and the best will come out from this new administration. I'm just praying for that, and I hope that's how it will be. Anyways, leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think. Subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. Like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. And if you are watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational purposes. Alright, lovelies, please share this video, subscribe, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.